Get in the front, get in the front, get in the front, get in the front. Still bad. Make it, come on, make it something. Scarf might come back to Smite. There's the opener. Now let's mention more on that one. Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for the vlog. So Scarf might come back to Smite is what I said for the opener for fun. Thinking about it. At least I've been talking to people, thinking about it. I think if I do, it'll be in a small way. Just play the game with friends first, so maybe try to get on, just play once Mez plays and things like that. Other people play it. And if it bites into me enough, then maybe we'll see a little bit of play of Smite. I don't know. It's an interesting idea. I'm seeing a lot of other people wanting to come back. I'm like, yeah, I might want to come back too. It's a time, like, everyone's feeling some breath right now after what happened with DM, so there you go. Okay, so what are the things to talk about right now? Well, there's a couple hills I want to talk about that are worth dying on, or I've changed my mind on, worth dying on. I want to talk about those things. I'm trying to figure out what's the most controversial ones and talk about those last. But before we get there, I need to talk about politics a little bit. It has to be about, well, obviously Trump and the jobs numbers. So for a little bit, we got a crap ton of jobs coming back. And then they went right back down because of the second wave. So Trump was going like, we got record job numbers. Look at that. We did record high. Look at that. We're breaking all the records. Yeah, because it was all the way down there. So the rebound is why that you got the record there. It's like throwing a ball up in the air. It's like, this is the furthest I've ever thrown that ball into the air. It comes right back down. That's the furthest that ball's ever fallen to the ground. Like, yeah, of course. Yeah. What are you expecting? We like all those jobs were going to stay gone the whole time? Like, and these jobs coming back are somehow good? No, not at all. No. Other thing about it is, just talking to restaurant owners and everything. The realization is, and also with the stock market and everything, the realization is, the only people getting hurt are at the middle to the bottom. The top ain't getting hurt at all, because who owns all the property, right? Landowners are still expecting full price on the rent. Every time they want the full price, they don't give a crap, they want their money. There are a lot of restaurant owners that I've talked to who they're just going to go under because they're expected to pay full price. And that ain't going to work out. That's not going to work. So they're screwed. They're going to lose it all. It's very unfortunate. No restaurant owner, he owns multiple bars and restaurants in Texas. They're all going to go under because the rent owners, they want full price. They want all their rent. There's no way he can afford it. There's no freaking way he can. So he's going to go under. He's going to lose everything. And the people at the top, they're going to lose the damn thing because they just own that property. Now they're just not making money from that property for a while. That's it. That is incredibly frustrating. And you got the stock market, which just keeps pumping and pumping and pumping, trying to keep things going. And it just feels so unreal because it is unreal. Because the stock market is a lot of just confidence, and it's a lot of based on belief. Stock market really is a lot of belief and just things succeeding. And they're trying to, it's the whole thing where like, if I just throw enough money at it, maybe I'll buy my way out of the situation. That's what the stock market's doing right now. At some point, that bottom's going to fall out, and that's not going to be great. It's very frustrating, all this stuff. Like, the top's doing just fine. Very frustrating. While the rest of us are not doing so great. I have lost so much money in my retirement. Ooh, that's not. I don't even want to think about that. Why'd I bring it up? It's not great. It's not great at all. Speaking of Smite, come back to that a second. We did a basically podcast with Spiff. That should be a lot of fun. We talked about Smite a little bit, then we talked about other things. If you're looking for DM brand stuff, we did not touch it. When it comes to conversations like that, I'm never going to be the one to bring it up because I don't think I'm the one who should. It's always on the guests if they want to talk about the more controversial things. I feel like that's just the better thing to do. It's the safer thing to do. It's the nicer thing to do is I don't want to put anyone in an uncomfortable spot unless they want to talk about it. So, Spiff didn't want to talk, like, I didn't even bring it up. I'm just like, we'll go where you want to go kind of thing. Like, we'll go where we want to go. We'll let it happen. We'll see what happens. And we didn't get to that area. And I was never going to be the one to bring it up. Because I don't think it's something I should bring up. because he had a more painful time than I did. When it comes to me, I had really shitty interactions with DM Brandon. I had really shitty interactions with TVO. How do you pronounce his stupid name? Dust. I didn't have good interactions with Juice whatsoever. I had terrible interactions, but they weren't painful. They were just angering and frustrating. Well, Spiff had a painful time with them, and some of the other people from Smite and the Old Guard had more painful times with DM Brandon and Juice. And so if I ever talk to them, I'm never going to be the one who brings it up, only if they bring it up. That's just how that is. So Basic Podcast is going to have another episode, hopefully Wednesday or sooner. I haven't had a chance to edit it. I'll probably edit it tomorrow. And maybe we'll see if Mez wants to do another one. I'm going to try to get some companies. No one's biting. No company is biting. And I said it before, I'll say it again, at some point I'll try to see if Smite will come on. Because she's from the old Smite creators as well, so it'd be interesting to see her perspective on things, because she never really left Smite, while a lot of people did. It'd be interesting to see her side of things. I just don't know how I can convince her, because she's a very busy person. I keep saying it, so I should just give it a shot. The hard thing is just taking the shot. It's a scary shot to take. Because no sucks. I keep saying no is the road to yes, but there are some no's you don't want. And that's one of those I don't want. So I gotta just work up the courage and the angle. Or I just say, hey, you want on? And then see how that goes. There's like 3 hills I wanted to talk about to die on here. I can't remember what one of them is, so I'll bring up this other one. And the hill worth dying on is defending Ninja. I don't care for Ninja at all, but I will defend his decision not to stream with girls. A lot of people are offended by that. No. I know how this all works. I've watched enough of it. When you see a guy and a girl online in any media, you see a guy and a girl in any media, shipping happens immediately. It does not matter that Ninja's married. He streams with any women. Oh, there's going to be some rumors or shipping of any of that happening. And if that makes his wife uncomfortable, then there you go. The fact there's a lot of people, men and women, who are offended by the fact he's not willing to stream with women because his wife does it for his marriage is absolutely bonkers to me. It does hurt women because then they can't really do collabs with him, and he's a good source for collaboration since he's such a big figure. But what do you want him to do? The same thing happened with my favorite people, Jesse Cox and Total Biscuit's wife, Jenna Bain. Like, they did plenty of streams together, and people were trying to ship them together. And Jenna Bain straight up brings up, like, didn't we, like, a couple weeks ago, didn't you all just jump on Ninja for this, and you're doing exactly the thing that Ninja was worried about? You're trying to ship me with my dead husband's friend? Like, you don't see the irony here at all? Like, TB wasn't even, like, I remember when this happened, it was a couple of months after TB died. And she's like, it hasn't even been a year since TB's been gone. And she's like, come on, guys, what are you guys doing? So that's a hill I'm willing to die on, just defending a guy not willing to work with women because it could jeopardize his marriage. It's not that he doesn't trust himself, it's that he doesn't trust the public, and that is a correct feeling to have. I am willing to die on that hill. I'm willing to defend that. Because y'all and myself, we're all silly people. We silly. We will ship bad things. Oh, now I remember the other one that would have gone before this one. The hill I'm willing to die on is Aerith is better than Tifa. I'm willing to die on that hill. That was the one that opened it up. Like, yeah, she's better. She's the better one. That's the one I was willing to die on. Just to open this up more funnier and nicelier. Although probably more offensive to people because people take their waifu seriously. Yeah. Aerith over Tifa. For sure. And then the other hill, this is just a quick one. There's nothing else going on. Let me see. Is there anything else going on in my head before I bring up the last one? Anything else? I haven't seen Hamilton yet. Just came out. You gotta watch it. Oh, 4th of July. 4th of July is the 4th of July. I'm 33. It's very passé at this point. I love my flag, but I don't care right now. We're dealing with other bull crap. Here's what should have happened. The government should have bought a crap ton of masks, made them free, but put the flag on them. That's what they should have done. That's what they should have freaking done. These aren't masks. These are freedoms, or freedom masks, or something. That could have worked. Like, if Trump wasn't such a stupid piece of shit, If he wasn't such an idiot and just kept downplaying the virus and took it seriously like he should have, imagine how it would have gone if the freaking right was gung-ho masks. The virus would have been gone in 3 weeks. Just think about it. It would have been fucking gone. Because the left was going to do it no matter what. No matter what. They're not going to make this political. The left was going to wear a goddamn mask. Because, what the fuck? Once I trust in science, I'd like to believe, then that's going to be the left. If the right did it too, then we're all together here, and we're not fucked. But here we are, fucked. We are not in a good spot. What the fuck? I just showered, so my hair's a mess. Seriously. I don't get it. I really don't get it. There's conspiracy that Tom Hanks got sick on purpose to get people scared, and Idris Elba got sick on purpose to get people scared. Honestly, if you're willing to get people... No, the reason why it's not a conspiracy is because if you really want to get people going, you kill Tom Hanks. You straight up kill him with the virus, and that would have done it. That would have done it. America loses their favorite actor, that would have done it. Speaking of America's favorite actor, Tom Hanks, he straight up said, "Don't be a pussy, wear a mask." I was like, holy shit, alright. Tom Hanks has been donating his plasma every chance he gets because he's got the antibodies to help people. Tom Hanks is, as always, everyone's favorite actor for a reason. With the trip was Idris Elba because he had asthma, but he didn't die, so good for him. Good for him. I think I said it before, or no, I didn't say it on vlog, I think, is what the virus did is it laid bare our weaknesses. Not just health-wise, because they're like, if you have underlying conditions, it could take you out, but the underlying conditions of our economy as well. It laid bare so many things. We're like, where are we going to get the money for this? Where are we going to get the money for that? It's been a defense for many, many things, and then the stimulus happened. We can get the money if we want to get the money. We can get it. It gets proven every time. No, another one, not the virus, the virus added to it. So the protests have been able to go on forever at this point because of the fact, well, what else is there to do? So the protests are able to just do their thing because they don't have a job to worry about, so they're doing it. And what it laid bare is the whole bad apples thing because a lot of police have been pretty messed up. But another thing is, there are police who have been trying to root out the bad apples, and they themselves get fired. Like, there's also police who are, like, pro-BLM, and then they get fired. It's like, oh, hey, look at that. So you can fire a cop, huh? Yeah, okay. You can fire a cop if you want. Interesting. Interesting. Not willing to fire these bad apples, but definitely willing to fire a cop who's pro-BLM. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. But also, like I mentioned before, the underlying condition of the fact that many restaurants fail or close to failing all the time. And with no income at all, they're all failing. The underlying health conditions of the economy laid bare there as well. It's not a great thing. Not great at all. It's very unfortunate. So the last hill is one that has happened because of family. And I can't believe 33 years old is the realization of something. And it's because of personal reasons. I have 3 cousins. Well, I have more than 3, but on the Asian side of things, all 3 of my female cousins are hella short. I'm 5'5". One comes up here, one comes up here, and one comes up here. This one is 28 years old. 26, 24. They're 4 foot whatever. They're not that tall. And with 26, we're talking about anime. I was just talking to Randall. She was talking to my sister, and then like we're talking to me for some reason. Like we're talking. Talking about anime. Talking like what we've been watching and all this stuff. And I was watching Gate. And in this anime, there is a young character who's actually 1,000 years old. And I laugh about how silly that is. How they have these lolly characters, these characters who look young but they're actually really old, and that somehow makes it okay to be with them. And she was very offended, and the realization hits me as she's berating me is, she's like, you think I like people thinking my boyfriend's a pedophile? You think I like that I'm not going to get any taller or look any older than this? And like, huh, I never made that connection. There are a lot of body types in this world. This is the Hiller. There's a lot of body types in this world, and some look way younger than others. My cousin is freaking 26 years old. The other ones are in their 20s as well. They look very young, and they'll never not look young until they get all wrinkly and everything. So it's like, huh. Yeah, okay, alright. Maybe it's okay then. Because if you actually go into the thought about it, it's about mental age, it's about maturity, it's about all that stuff. People can't choose their bodies. So when you have people who are smaller, also, Jesus Christ, if you only see them as a pedophile fantasy, that's pretty screwed up to the person. When you think about it, that's just who they are. They're just a smaller person. They're just this tall, or just whatever. It's a badly way to put it. Like, they're just this size of a person. They can't control that. That is what their genes are. And the thought that only a pedophile can date them or want to be them is pretty fucked up. So that's changed my mind on making fun of that, at least, is people have different shapes and sizes. And sometimes think what you were saying before you say who you say it to. I guess on that one, I get it's not a hell I'm on the dial. How am I wording this? For my cousins, because I didn't think about it before. These characters are okay now to me. Like this character in Gate named Rory, which if Rory, that means basically lolly, because how you pronounce R's and L's. That was the joke. Or just, was it Tiki? Tiki from Fire Emblem. The other dragons from Fire Emblem. Just these characters who are like, they're small, but they're 1,000 years old kind of characters. Oh, the goddess from freaking the newest Fire Emblem. Holy crap, it's a lot of Fire Emblem. Like, okay, yeah, so I don't see it as like lolly bait now. I just see it like, well, there's these characters. And it makes even more sense because it's Asians, right? So, yeah, like my cousins are all Asians. Like, Asian people are pretty short. So it makes more sense to me in this context now. It's a weird subject. What I'm bringing this up for is just thinking about, like, sometimes you gotta think about, like, actually thinking about a subject a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, alright. I guess this section is my apology to my cousins. And that's the caveat of it. They look young, but they're actually older. Because that's like, they're actually older. Like, they have mental ability, they have maturity, they have experience, they know things, they all this stuff. It's not like, it's literally a 14-year-old, I'm still not okay with it. Let's just, they look like that, but they're actually way older, then I'm now okay with it, apparently. Because those are my cousins. So now I just see my cousins in those characters. By the way, hugging someone that short is always funny. Like, I see my cousins Thanksgiving, at birthdays, and Christmas. And it's always, you're just hugging a taller, like a teenager kind of, or like a taller child. I'm gonna get back in trouble with them, but they're never gonna see this. If anyone is that small in the audience, my bad as well. I just thinking about how we were like the same height at points in our childhood, and then I just got taller than them. They just stayed short. Kind of funny. Oh, this is not going well. I can't find a way to end this well. I'm trying to find levity but I'm just being more of a dick to my cousins. Today's lesson is Scarf's a dick, I guess.